Say, Daddy plays video games.
Daddy plays video games.
Alright guys, this is a game that a lot of you will already know, and most of you probably have even beaten, or maybe are in the process of, if you're taking it slow like me, or, if you've not had your head under a rock this last in 2016, everybody pretty much knows what this game is. But I requested this game from GamesPlanet. This video is sponsored by GamesPlanet. They pass along this key. It's at again, just a sick discount there in the link in the description down below. But Tyranny is such a throwback game for me. If you don't know what the game is, or you've never played it, or you've been curious about it, it's a old school type game developed by Obsidian. It's an RPG type game. It's an RPG that's been developed by Obsidian. Now, if you don't know what that means, Obsidian are the guys who've developed everything from Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, Dungeon Siege, Fallout New Vegas. They did Pillars of Eternity, which is what this game pretty much feels just like. It's like I would say a better version. It's just a different version of Pillars of Eternity with a way different storyline. They did the South Park games as well. I mean, they've done so many really wonderful games, and then in addition to that, it was developed by Obsidian, and then it was published by Paradox, and Paradox is incredible as well. If you don't know what Paradox have done, then again, they've done Cities, they did all the like Europa Universalis, I think that's how it is. Stellaris was one of the recent games. They have a wonderful Knights of Pen and Paper, Knights of Pen and Paper 2, so they produce publish a lot of really great games. So anyway, you have these two incredible companies coming together, and this feels like a game that I would have played when I was like 13 or 14 on a Saturday morning, or deep into a Friday evening, early Saturday morning when I was a kid. This kind of reminds me of those kind of games. So it's a lot of reading, and if you enjoy kind of becoming enmeshed in a story and really fleshing out a character and doing just classic role-playing game, it's not this like, you're not supposed to burn through quests. You're supposed to take your time. You're supposed to read things. You're looking at your stats and how you want to min-max things, and all the different classes and all the different ways you can build all the different characters. And then on top of that, you throw in 3 different factions, which is the most brilliant thing that RPGs have done, I would say, in the past, I don't know, maybe 5 years, 6 years. They've started to diverge from the traditional 2-faction systems in RPGs or games, and going more towards a 3-faction system, which I really like, because it gives you kind of, you're not either just one side or the other. You give kind of like that third view. And so this game, as you've seen in the background, I'm probably cutting a lot of different pieces together. You're pretty much a bad guy, quote unquote. I mean, sure, bad guy. This guy's take is really, really powerful. Guy is taking over the entire continent, world, whatever, and you are one of his guys, and you have to deliver this edict because these people have broken an oath, and so you can either choose to kind of side with the disfavored, who are kind of like their incredibly crack troop. They're like elite of elite troops, never been defeated in an open battle, etc. There's very few of them. They're very honor bound kind of people. Or the Scarlet Chorus, or Scarlet Horde, I'm sorry. They're in the background. They're the red guys. Again, these are part of your team, quote unquote. And these are the pretty much, they're the front line. They're the fodder. They're the wild and crazies. The way you become part of that tribe or that faction is if your nation has been conquered, or village or town, you're given a choice either to die or join them. So, I mean, that's kind of what they're made up of. Thugs, ruffians, farmers with pitchforks, all that kind of stuff. And throughout every single engagement, every single conversation, all of your choices are going to affect either or, positive, negative. You have lore, you have subterfuge, you have everything that goes, all of your skills, your entire being of your character is developed in every single conversation. And so that's one of these games you don't just want to like click through the whole time. You really want to take your time and have some fun with it and build out your character. And so, again, this is one that that you when you sit down to play, you know, read everything, take your time, and man, this game is so much fun. I think I have started this game over maybe probably 6 times because I just wanted to get a feel for the type of character I wanted to push through the entire campaign. So I'd play one character for maybe like an hour, 45 minutes, and I'm like, wow, do I really want a magic user? Do I want a healer? Do I really want, you know, the assassin character? Do I really want this or that? And then, you know, I choose one and go through. So in the background, what you've seen is me going through a character development process. And in the beginning of the game, you can either choose to kind of like auto choose your factions that you want to go with, or you can go through the campaign. And when you go through the campaign, you're presented with all of these decisions. If you take your time, like before you even enter like the actual heart of the game, you probably could spend between building a character and building your factions. You might even spend a good hour just developing your character itself, and then you dive into the game. And for guys like me, who, I mean, I came up on these kind of RPGs. You know, I played a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons. I played a lot of Shadowrun when I was younger. This character development, they've really, Obsidian really put a lot of effort into this. And so you choose your faction, and then boom, you hit the ground running. And you kind of see here in the background. So you go through your chats, and you go through your combat. You can pause your combat at any time and kind of tell, you know, remind me of Dragon Age. Dragon Age. Age of Dragon Age. I think that's the name of the game. I forgot exactly what it's called. Where you pause combat and you tell where you want your guys to go. You know, you can really micromanage, or maybe not micromanage that so much. You know, it's kind of up to you. I chose just kind of the super easy route because I wanted to experience like the story and the game itself, and I'm not really one of those like steely hardcore, I want everything to get through it by the skin of my teeth, you know, kind of gameplay. So anyway, I'm gonna let it run in the background. I've been yammering on for I think about 7 minutes now about this game, so I'm gonna let it run in the background for a little bit. Such a cool game. Like when I'm not playing something fast-paced like Overwatch or Paladins or something like that, this is one of those games where I love to just put my headset on and spend an hour, if I have that, or maybe even 2 at most, just kind of enjoying this game, not trying to like blast through it. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. I miss making videos. This video, I got something on Urban Empire, which is either dropped or not dropped yet. Paladins gameplay, Overwatch gameplay, so I'm really looking forward to getting everything back now that I moved back to Phoenix. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Will do. I got it.
Try and catch me, worm. Fate Binder. Here at last. Look. at that, a future corpse.
Right.
Not a problem, boss. Phew. I can tell you didn't spend the conquest in a diplomat's tent. I'm Verse, by the way. But there are more important things to take care of than introductions. Those Vendrian guard we killed didn't come alone. A Scarlet Fury, one of the elite killers of our ignoble gang. You'll see more than a few of us around camp, but don't let that fool. Most of the soldiers in the Scarlet Chorus are little more than farmers and children armed with rusted forks. The voices of Narat called his best fighter Eager. I like that. Before we go, you might search among the no reason to pity the fallen. For the voices of Narat.
I've got it.
No dice. You got it. I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass!
Will do. Can't do that. Will do.